Hey guys, how you doing? Did you make it? Oh my God. Whew, this full moon. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but I certainly am. It just feels so big and so huge, and like everything's kind of coming up to the surface and everything's being revealed, and like tiny little cracks in the system it's it's a lot. My hair dryer blew out, by the way, so I'm like, okay, maybe I just, it was a lot of just scattered energy lately. And then the hair dryer blew, and I was like, oh my God, like, am I really going to go on and try and present myself as a decent human being? And I was like, I'm going to do it. Like, I don't care. Put your hair up. And then I kept feeling like that Elizabeth Taylor quote, right? It's like, pour yourself a drink, put on some lipstick, and pull yourself together. And I just felt so like reminded of that and that energy, and just to like do it anyway. So a lot of you guys are, if you're with me on that, it's sort of like just keep going, persevere. Like, who the fuck cares what my hair looks like? I don't want, you guys don't care. So it's like all of our own shit is coming up, and the universe is like paying attention right now. Like, it always is paying attention, but I just feel like we're all just kind of maybe in a little bit of a haze, or a little bit of like, some confusion. The clouds are here today, and it's kind of nice. Like, once you have your little inner hissy fit, you're like, really, like, adapt. Okay, like, it's really about adaptation, and I love that word right now. And those of you who are mutable signs, like I'm a Sagittarius, I think Virgos are mutable, surprisingly. Like, mutable energy is probably going to be the best. So where can you guys simplify, pivot, be a little bit more nimble? Shit's happening, man. I'm telling you, I think we're in for a hell of a ride coming up, energetically, spiritually. I mean, I feel like I just want us all to feel really good and grounded in who we are, who you are. Character is really, going to be those who have stuck to themselves, man. Those who have just stayed with the program, that is you and your own development and becoming a better person and living an authentic life, like all that good soul-based stuff. Like, this is our time. Like, we've worked so hard to clear these paths, and I'm just was feeling a lot of that Ganesh energy earlier this week, the elephant. Beautiful energy to have with you, if you have elephant statues or any kind of figurines, like, put those out in your environment. That's a good reminder of like sending Ganesh forward to clear out obstacles, because that's what elephants do. They're good at it. It's like us humans are trying to figure out how to cut through all the brambles. So just get an elephant. Like, they just, it's no problem for them. They have their trunks, they get they're happy doing it. So I feel like we need to call upon the animal kingdom for guidance. Some of you guys are really feeling more connected to the animal kingdom, like all animals, like even like domestic animals, but also like large, whales and dinosaurs, creatures from other eras. Like, that is a big part of the conversation going forward. I think there's something that we really need to kind of look at there and really, connect with and work together to create a better world. Sorry, I'm preaching, man. I am preaching, but like, yeah, like, don't give up. The Page of Wands is like, don't give up. Just keep doing, keep going, keep like finding the way, the inspiration. The Page of Wands is like focus. He's focused on growth. He's focused on opportunity. He's looking at that like little like sprout at the top of his wand, right? So whatever you guys are doing that's new, that's fresh, that feels exciting, that feels different, that feels like maybe I'm not very good at this, but I'm going to try anyway. That's the spirit. Like, get up there and like bat, it's like your number's being called. I'm having flashbacks to playing softball as a kid. And like, you have to go up there and like deal with like, oh my God, it's kind of stressful. But regardless, I feel like for you guys, it's very much like your time is to get up to bat, and like you want to hit it out of the park. You know what I mean? But like, there's also some fear around, can I do this? So some of you guys might be struggling with like, kind of like imposter syndrome, but maybe some of you guys are like, have been presenting yourself a certain way, and now you're being called to task. So for those fake, phony people out there, not you, but like the people around you who are have been faking it the whole time, their numbers up. And I think we're going to be, very it'll be really interesting to see, which empires are falling, which people are getting karma. It's just a time of karma. Yeah. Ten of Swords. Ding, ding, ding. It's like something's ending. It's very epic. It's like if you were to look at human civilization from a much higher standpoint, which I definitely encourage you to do, because that's where we're going to solve the problem. We can't solve the problem from inside the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get up above it and look and feel into the energy of what is going on down here. But we're still like, it's like a game over, right? Like, those of us who have been through this, I mean, who can't relate? I totally feel this guy. And this is part of the journey, though. That's why this card is so important, because tens are about completion. So this is the end of betrayal. This is a man with the knife stuck in his back. He's dead, It's like it's done. Like, whatever you've been through, that feeling of either being persecuted or, being betrayed, or, I mean, God, you can't live a life without having at least understood those experiences. That's why we keep coming back around, because you can't avoid that part of the journey. And many of us are dealing with it now. This is the end of like generational like all kinds of shit's coming to an end. Not just the things that you're dealing with in your life, but things that you don't really know about, all of this darkness that it's a really good time to recognize the fact that maybe you ended a huge generational, cycle, or you came here to complete that. So it's a really good time to kind of look at that. Like, why are you here? And like, who sent you? You know what I'm saying? It's been so nice to get I've always struggled with what I've heard been called, which resonated with me, called divine homesickness. I was like, when I heard that term, I was like, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel. So within that, and if any of you guys know what that feels like or can relate to that, it's that sort of, I'm being called back to that position of like having come here for a reason, but this is not my home. This is not my planet. I'm kind of clear on that now, right? And so those of you guys who also kind of feel like that too, there's a mission. You're here to do something, and that's why this kind of journey has been about finding what that mission is. And yeah, people call it their mission, their life purpose, their blah blah blah. It's more about like, what is your soul like not trying to accomplish? That's very human. What is your soul wanting to learn? What is your soul wanting to pick up? It's kind of like, anyways, I could go off on a whole tangent on that. I'm not going to, but yeah, there's talk about the end. This is the death. This is transformation, major transformation, you guys. That's why it's so like, things keep coming up and you feel like you got over something, but here it comes again. And all these cycles, these are huge, huge cycles wrapping up. So you should feel a little like that. If you don't, then you're not going to get the benefit of the transformation. So when things get challenging, when things become confusing, use that energy, use it, recognize it, and be like, okay, we're going to kung fu this shit, And I do highly recommend martial arts, by the way. I studied Kung Fu and Tai Chi for like 3 years back when I was in whatever age I was. But I was getting out of a difficult relationship, and it helped me. I went right into the dojo, and he just I threw up literally my first time because I was so intense. But I had a really good sensei, and it really helped me learn how to manage energy, And so I really encourage you guys to either get into a martial arts class. Kung Fu is amazing. Tai Chi, you can probably do that shit at home too, but allowing your physical body to work with energy that's coming, towards you, or just repivoting your own shit. A lot of this stuff, just the movements you just do yourself. Like, you don't have to spar. You can just do all these insane moves that feel really good, Dang, that just reminds me. God, I was in that dojo. I went like sometimes twice a day, and then there was group meditations. And this is back in like 2000. It was right before 9/11. So 2000. It was like a while ago, but it really helped me. And so for some of you guys, that might be a good way to. Ooh, look at that star card. Amazing. We've got the death card so far and the star card. I'm going to pull the star card out. Like, that's our girl. You know what I mean? That's our girl. She is naked, and because she's vulnerable, she's authentic. She is who she is. She's got nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. So all y'all who've been walking around with some resentments or some secrets or some things that you haven't revealed, that's what's coming up, in good ways and not so good ways. So masks are slipping all over the place. You're going to probably see this a lot in the celebrity world, because stars are about celebrities. They call mask slips. People are going to be really revealed, for who they are and what their talents are. And I really feel like this is a wonderful opportunity for those of us who also love this energy, is just to release and allow, and just water is really, really good right now. Going skinny dipping would be amazing. Like things of that nature, like really becoming very pure in your own energy, in your physical body, and allow for like just some magic to come through, some power that comes through with all these stars. So back to that sense of divine homesickness, this is the remedy for that. Because look at all these stars. Like she knows. She's like, that's where I'm from. Like, that's where I'm just stopping by to like pour some water in. Like things can happen really quickly, when we recognize where we are in the journey. And the journey is so much bigger than just the 3D, than just your like human life. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we talk about this stuff. That's why I teach tarot and intuition. And that's why I love it so much, because it helps us it guides us back to this, back to our home. Dang, we're going deep today. Very full moon energy. But that King of Pentacles is reassuring you. This is stability. Like the King of Pentacles is like, this is wonderful. I love the King of Pentacles because he's just solid, Like this is someone who's just like they're invested. So some of you guys are going to come into a connection or a partnership with someone who's really invested. Like that's what you want to look for. You want to look for people who are willing to commit, people who are willing to throw down. I always say, like, all right, we just got to throw down. Like, you got to put your money where your mouth is. Any men who are watching right now, like, absolutely, you are there. Like, the King of Pentacles has just got everything. Like, it's just incredible. But he did it himself. Like, he created it himself. That's what I love about the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is not a trust fund kid. The King of Pentacles is not, like just someone who was handed everything. He had to become the king. He had to go through the page, the knight, the queen, all that shit, to get to this king. So that tells me that you had to learn the lessons along the way, right? And it was really, really, really beautiful. And, maybe there's some kind of beautiful partnership coming in, because this is presenting as a very masculine energy, and she's presenting as the star, which is like, feels very feminine. And he's kind of been in his own world. She's been in her own world. But these two energies together somehow make the world better. Like he's very grounded in the earth. Like this is an earthy guy. This is an earthy person who's probably very committed to the environment, very committed to nature. Like, look, he's just all about it. That's very important to him is this earth. He's an earth sign, most likely Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Very grounded in that, very sure of himself, very confident. That's why I like this guy, because he's confident. He's good with himself. He's had to work through all his shit. He's fine. You know what I mean? He's not complicated. He's not a complicated figure this, He's very clear and very direct and very generous. So people who are generous, not just with their money, but with their time, with their energy, with their patience, people who listen, like that's a big one. If you find someone who's willing to, who wants to genuinely listen and hear about your day, your life, your experience, that's a good person right now. Okay. So this is really just a beautiful energy of two very different people coming together, like, but that's kind of what makes it work. So you guys might want to be looking for someone, even if it's in the business world or just in life, some kind of like a partner that feels like has all the things that maybe you feel like you lack in, and I think that's a really, really strong connection. You guys both adore nature and being outside. So where can you come together with someone in like it's saying a romantic setting outdoors, like maybe under the stars? Ooh. Any of you guys who are in new love connections, like, wow, this is a really, really, it might be like the guy, I'm just going to go there, okay? The man might just be like, whoa, like, because the star card is like, you're a lot. Like, your light is above high heights, okay? And he, like, might just take a minute, because he's like, are you for real? I think, and I kind of get this. Like, I feel so much for the male energy right now, the masculine energy in these times, because I love men. I really do. I miss having more men in my life. Like, I work with a lot of feminine, which is wonderful, but like, I do really love masculine energy, and how can we like make that energy really, grounded and kind of, yeah, ground all that. But my point is that it might take time with someone like this. Like if there's someone that you're getting to know, like give him a minute, because it's important to this man that it's who you are, you say you are. That you're authentic and that you're real. That's very, very important. Any of you guys who are trying to like date or get a man or whatever, like don't wear makeup, like walk around naked, like get like all of that, go camping, like on your first date. Like, I don't care. Like the more natural and real you can be, the better for the connection, because this person's going to really want to see the real you. And they've been working so hard on just kind of getting all their freaking pentacles in order, which is nice because they got plenty of it and they're more than willing to share. But it might take a little time because they want to know that, like, is this true? Are you that beautiful light that they know? That's really sweet. I love it. And this could be like lifetimes of shit. A lot of past life things going on. You could meet someone, like just out, if you're out, like I'm getting Esalen, that resort nearby in Big Sur. It's not a resort. It's like I actually haven't been there. I need to go. But like places like that, like outdoor centers of retreats, nature-based things, really good for you guys right now. Ooh, stay tuned. This is good. I like this. I think there just is like, I'm just getting the sense of like, it just needs to kind of happen naturally. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the time to force these kinds of things. The universe is going to provide exactly who and what you need. You just have to get rid of all the stuff that's in the way, right? I love that concept. I like live my life by that, like very, very much about releasing and removing. Very much that Michelangelo quote, this comes through all the time about the David, the statue, which I've seen, which is actually incredible. I wept. I literally wept when I saw him. And I was like 13. So my point being is, he said about the David, he said the David already existed. I just had to get rid of all the marble that was in the way. And I just feel that to be such a powerful truth for life in general. And like, let yourself be revealed by releasing and removing all of that stuff that just, landed real hard on you in this lifetime. And the star card is the card of healing. It's absolutely, and it's also the card of wish fulfillment. So allow the healing journey to bring you to your brightest, best self. The more that you can relax into yourself and accept yourself. Like, I struggle with this right now because of my, I'm getting older. My body isn't like, I used to just be like super skinny. I could eat whatever I want. Now I'm like, oh my God, if I have a brownie like I did last night, it's like, it's just weird. It takes a minute to adjust. But I love how, especially in this card, she is kind of a little fuller figure. Do you know what I mean? She's not a waif. And I love that representation of just like, you're not really your body anyways. You're the spirit within it. The body is the vessel, which is kind of the whole point of this card, is this vessel. And she's literally like, talk about like getting rid of the things in the way. She's just pouring out all the things that don't belong to her. You know, some of you guys, this is like a big, a last emotional purge. You know, it's a really good time to go cry, to go release, to go to the water, to go anywhere and just let it out. Like, that feels really nice. Some of you guys like just need a good cry. I'm telling you, that's so purifying. I don't know why they told us that crying is shameful. Why would you ever, you're going to tell that to a baby? All a baby does is cry. Like, shame on you. Like, we are so fucked up down here. It's crazy. When you really start to peel back the layers, and the aliens are going to help us with that. Not the aliens, our galactic friends are going to help us with that. Believe me, that's what they're here to do. Pull back some of that programming. They're already doing it, you know? So pay attention, okay? Because this is what's really going on. And we're just going to finally, you know, like be able to participate in that expansion beyond. Because some of you guys, you're like, I did it. Like, I can totally relate to that energy. You accomplished what you set out to do. So many of my clients are like, they come to me because, you know, they're wrapping up huge careers and like massive accomplishment, huge success. And they're like, I'm like, you're done. Like, just be done with like all of that responsibility, all of that pressure. And it was a great ride, but like, just be done with like work, like consider that. And they're like, what? You know, and it's really nice. And that opens up the door to travel, to new experiences. This is a great time for any of you guys who have been working and establishing, and good for fucking you, man. I so respect this energy because these are people who have really come a long way, you know, and I'm always so like I so admire people who come from other countries where like English isn't their first, you know, language. I think about all the people who have struggled way harder than I have to get any kind of sense of, you know, abundance in their life. Like, it's such a beautiful journey. And, you know, these stories, you know, that people share are really, really inspiring. So if you're resonating with that, then like allow yourself to open up to new opportunities. And just know that you're set. Like, it's kind of like also knowing when to stop, like the painting, you know, like when does a painter know it's complete? It's like some of you guys just need to learn to stop working. This is kind of a workaholic energy. So next to the star like that, maybe some of you guys are healing this need to always be in control, need to be the boss, need to be the one that's deciding how it's going to go, you know, the responsibility. Maybe it's your father, maybe you run companies, maybe you have businesses, maybe you have like a name behind you that you need to protect, like legacy type shit going on. Really powerful, really good, but you did it. Like I just want to reassure you that you went as far as you can go. Like, you don't now just, it's like he's just on his throne now. Like, there's nothing more you need to accomplish or prove. Doesn't that feel better? Like, isn't that nice to be like, what if you said that to yourself? What if you turn that narrative, instead of projecting it onto the masculine, be like, maybe that's something for you as well, right? Like, maybe you've worked hard enough. Maybe it's time to just be open to new ways of living. This is the future anyways. Like, wasn't Elon Musk saying that like no one's gonna be working in like 20 years and shit? And like he is out there, you know, like whatever, love him or hate him, like the dude is just not human, right? I think we could all agree on that. But I love just being like open to what is possible and to lighten the load. They're saying, like, some of you guys, like, it's a good time to sell some property, remove some stuff around. For those of you guys, you might feel like, okay, like the King of Pentacles, you know, is great, but you know, there's still the Emperor. There's still one more stage, you know, even though, like I said, you're done with the physical manifestation of abundance and money and real, you know, practical thing, tangible things. And now it's time to elevate into a more like not of a mentor, but yeah, I guess a mentor. But now it's more about people coming to you for like your oversight. Some of you guys, it's really good to kind of pull out of maybe having been a part of a company or a business or a corporation, whatever, blah, 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 a system. And now you're the one that people are coming to help them establish what they're doing. you know, so there is another level. There is. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. The King of Pentacles is awesome, but for those of you guys who are like, I want to go all the way, go to the Emperor. Become the Emperor. And that's part of what tarot can teach you. Part of what I do is help people navigate all these phases, because the Emperor is all four kings: the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the King of Cups, and the King of Wands. And you go through all four phases in your journey. And then when all four kings have been completed, the lessons, then you step into the Emperor. So it's really great. And this healing part, some of you guys really need someone to help you heal the masculine. And this could also be, you could also be female and have, this is your masculine energy. And some of you guys just need to heal that. You need to calm that shit down. Okay? Calm it down. You don't have to go to work every day. You don't have to, That was fine. You did it. Like, you're done. Go take a trip. Go travel. Go see the world. The Two of Wands, he's got the whole world in his hands. Some of you guys, it's really important for your own healing, for your own rise, for your own benefit. It's just to go take off, go somewhere, especially if it's an island or there's volcanoes nearby, or Italy, or like just somewhere really lush, really beautiful, really verdant. I'm getting the word verdant. That's a good word. Verdant. Yes. Pools and like, even if it's just literally like a retreat or going out to the hot springs, like something like that is going to feel so damn good for you. Even if it's just a weekend, you know, the Two of Wands, you don't have to go. I know a lot of people don't want to get on a plane right now. Then like find a local, you know, kind of place to go unwind too. I'm also hearing like a watering hole. Like some of you guys, like you just need to kind of like tumble into town and like saddle up at the bar and have a beer, like whatever. Like it's more, it's more about getting out, because the Two of Wands in this card, he's stepping out onto the veranda of his castle, right? He's been in his castle the whole time. And now he's saying he's just stepped out. Like, it's kind of like they're giving me, oh my God, Pretty Woman vibes with Richard Gere, how he's like afraid of heights and he like stays in his penthouse. This is totally that. And he finally walks out onto the veranda or whatever, balcony, because Julia Roberts like wasn't afraid of it. She's Julia Roberts, you know, like she's like the savior kind of for him, right? And I love that. So some of you guys are like stepping out and you realize that's not so scary. Like, what's out there? So if any of you guys have been kind of stuck or kind of homebound or kind of just like, yeah, I've just been home alone, you know, kind of thing, or not like very self-contained and so not miserable, but maybe it's time to just step out, you know? Any of you men who are listening, or if any of you guys know men who would be interested in this kind of information, like feel free to share this or forward it or whatever, because I really feel that strongly. Like there's some masculine energy that really like would benefit from just relaxing, you know, and allowing, like, you're going to have to shift your perspective a little bit. I can feel this man has probably been, you know, deceived a bit, you know, that's why it takes time for them to trust in kind of the light and someone who's genuine and real and pure. Wow. Very interesting. I'm so curious if this, you know, if this is current for you guys, if this is something that you're wanting to manifest, you know, I really feel it could be an opportunity for two people to come together and then go on a trip. Any of you guys who are doing that is wonderful. For those of you who are partnered and like, you know, maybe this is a husband and wife, the husband's just established, well done, like did it. And the feminine is more into the healing arts or very spiritual, very beautiful in that way. Like now is a really good time in your relationship and you want to kind of enjoy that. I'm hearing the idea of like renewing your vows or taking a trip or going somewhere to reconnect. That would be incredible. Incredible. Wow. I just got a little bit like excited just because it's been kind of a long road for both people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the star, like she's like, it's not easy to be this sensitive. She's very sensitive in this world. You know, I mean, to find someone as pure as she is, like that's next level. Like she's not just an average chick, you know? Hell no. Hang on. Hang on. Ah, interesting. Yeah, like I was saying, remember I was just saying some of people might have been deceived. The heartache is because this is someone who's been confusing, like you thought they were one thing, but they're not. Oh, shit, we've all dealt with that, huh? And that heartache is sitting right there in the middle, you're just like, oh, I can't love again. It's like the song at the end of A Star Is Born. It's such a actually really beautiful song, Lady Gaga, when she sings. I don't remember the title of it, but that is such a beautiful song. So some of you guys are really ending this heartbreak, or it's really front and center for you. But the reason you're heartbroken is because you had to break through the illusion. A lot of people present, as, oh, look at me, like they look amazing, their skin's perfect, they look great naked, like all this stuff, but it was kind of bullshit. It was kind of like that smoke and mirrors kind of energy. If any of you men who are listening have been dealing with like someone that you thought was literally like the love of your life, like you were really taken by this female, and you just had to kind of cut through the illusion, right? And it stung a little bit. Maybe like you had to just like burst through some of these clouds. It was confusing. For some of you females, you could also have felt that way about a strong male. Like you could be healing from heartbreak if you're resonating more with the star energy, and you had someone in your life that was really stable or really confident, they kind of had their shit together. But maybe they just weren't very emotionally available. And that really hurt, and you kind of lived in fantasy a little bit. Oh, fuck. I can relate to that timeline. Like, I totally get this. Like, you kind of created this fantasy world about this person that you thought was the King of Pentacles. And is the King of Pentacles, but for some reason, you kind of maybe didn't see them, like, really accurately, You kind of built castles in the sky a little bit, and I think part of what you've gone through, part of your journey has been through, cutting through the illusion. Shit. You got the Moon and the Seven of Cups next to the Three of Swords. For any of you guys who read tarot, like, you totally get this. This is powerful. This is really cutting through all the bullshit, though. I think this is necessary because you're like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I am not going to just buy into someone's stuff. Like, vice versa. Like, people need to present going forward as who they truly are. And if you are in any way confused about that, or there's any kind of like feeling, trust your intuition. Like, the star is very intuitive. So if something is feeling off, trust it. Okay. And this is hard, this is painful because there's so much of it, there's so much of it. So like, just understand where you're at. The thing I love about the Three of Swords is that it's actually a card of healing. It's such a quiet, peaceful card, and it's just, imagine these three swords coming out of the heart. And if you'll notice, there's no people in this card. There's no people. So this is just kind of heartache in general. Some things from your past could be resurfacing, definitely. Full moon, we're in a full moon right now. So any of you guys might be having dreams about someone, or like things like resurfacing old wounds. Like, you might be reliving like memories in your dreams. You could be like, oh my God, I thought of that person and I thought about them in years, blah, blah, blah. A lot of this is coming up, and it's to help pull these swords out. So let this stuff come up and out right now. Like, absolutely. Like, if you hear from someone, you're triggered, you're this, you're that, like, just all of these things are so necessary to come out. And it's really important to see things as clearly as possible. And the way to do that is you see it through your heart. You feel into it. This is why we work on energy, and why we build energy, and why we clear energy, is we want to feel people through here. Not through like, don't read a book by its cover kind of thing, right? Like, you feel into it. So if you're questioning whether someone's authentic or not, feel into it. How do they feel? How do they, when you're around, like, are you nervous? Are you anxious? Are you this thing? Are you that? Are you confused? Are you this? Or are you calm and chill and relaxed? It's all about that energy. Okay. So this is where we can learn from our past and allow ourselves to evolve past the lessons that we had to learn by thinking, because the swords are about thinking. There are thoughts. So it's just sometimes we're just thinking about heartache, and then all of a sudden it just resurfaces the emotions. But it's okay. We want that to come up. We do. Dang. Right in the middle. God dang. Some of you guys, you just got it right. Fuck. Boo. You know, and this doesn't necessarily have to be in a romantic situation. This could be friendships. This could be family members. Anything where you felt you were just like gutted. God dang, that hurts. I know. It's been a long time since I've really felt like that, but I know that feeling. And I think even for those of you who've had kind of past trauma like that, like you might just subconsciously be creating some things in your life, maybe a little chaos. Maybe you're distracting yourself right now because you don't want to feel it again. It's a good time to talk to a therapist, I'm hearing. Get it out. Like, abso-fucking-lutely. Like, go talk to people. Like, go share. Like, you know, for those of you who have close friends, like, get all this stuff out. Work it out, you know? Like, talk through it. Release it. Release it. Release it. Release it. So good. Yeah, because then you've got that Eight of Wands. This is one of my favorite cards. You know, then you've got a brand new start. And this is fast-moving energy. So you guys can overcome, like, serious heartache, like, quickly. And there's like almost like a technique I'm getting. Like, there's something that you can do quickly to get yourself out of thinking about the past and any confusion that it may have caused. And I like this. You're like transmuting some of that. I'm actually covering that Three of Swords with the Eight of Wands because it's telling me to overcome quickly. Like, you don't need to wallow right now. Like, feel it. Okay, you got to feel it. Like, it's going to linger if you don't look at it and just be like, okay, this sucks right now. This doesn't feel good, but I'm here to move through this. Absolutely. And trust that you can move through it. And safety is in your speed, I'm hearing. So, you know that term, like when you're going over thin ice, safety is in your speed. So some of you guys just get it over with, like rip the Band-Aid off. Just fucking do it. Any of you guys who are like, you're just done being fucking confused. I can tell you that much. Anything that you can do to end this confusion or feeling overwhelmed or feeling chaotic, like that is what's the result of this unhealed wound. And now you're just getting it out, you know? It's a good time to get things out, like even like sharing things, emailing things, connecting with people, like get it out. Like, absolutely. It really helps you overcome it. And I feel like, I don't know, there's just momentum behind it. So trust that you have support around this always. But I do feel like it's been, you know, it's been confusing. And so a lot of times that keeps us stuck, you know, and with that King of Pentacles, some of you guys maybe have been trapped not trapped, well, yeah, kind of trapped, maybe in a commitment or a marriage that was really difficult and confusing, but you couldn't like leave because you were responsible for either children or something. So you were kind of like stuck before, and now I see some fast forward movement when you see things clearly and you cut through the bullshit and the confusion. And some of you guys, it's just taken a minute for you to get there, and that's okay. But like, trust that like moving forward is absolutely the right thing to do, and just get it done. You know what I mean? Like, just get the word out, like just get it, call the lawyer, sign the paper, whatever the fuck, you know, book the trip, get out of Dodge, do what you got to do. But yeah, clear is better than confused. Definitely. And you always knew this, like you always knew the moon is like, it's just bringing to light those things that you wanted to avoid. And some of you guys were just distracting yourself with a lot of things. This is the card of distraction. So you're like, I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel it. I'm just going to look at all this other stuff, or I'm going to get involved in all these other people's lives, or I'm going to watch dramas on TV or whatever it is, because you just didn't want to feel it. But I'm telling you, if you just get in there, like for just 3 minutes, I'm hearing like simple, like maybe a little breath work would be good for some of you guys right now. If you've never done breath work, that's a really effective way. That's what I was thinking about, like a technique, like breath work is really intense. I was like, holy shit, I had no idea. So maybe trying a breath work experience would be good for you. That will help open things up. Yeah, because you're just, oh my God. You've got the hangman and the devil. So this energy was certainly holding you back. Okay, anything that you felt attached to, addicted to, like anything like that. It could be a person, it could be a vice, it could be just anything, distraction in general, that you were kind of attached to it. And that's okay, but that's what's been keeping you stuck. You know, it's been keeping you in this hangman position, which is just kind of like, it's almost like a little bit of like freeze, you know, like for some of you guys who kind of have those survival skills of like freeze, fawn, fight, you know, whatever. This is like freeze. Some of you guys just like kind of, if things become overwhelming, you know, this is kind of a common pattern. So if things become overwhelming, all of a sudden you're paralyzed. Like I get that. I felt like this before. I know that feeling where you're like, I don't know what to do. So you just kind of free, you know, you just kind of hang there, you know, it's uncomfortable. But the whole reason the hangman is here is because he's you have to change your perspective. You have to let go of what you're looking at it in a way that it's almost like that's what's causing the problem is the story you keep telling yourself. I get this devil energy is kind of being like the past, just kind of like old shit, yesterday's news, you know, like all those wounds from childhood, all the karma you know, it's just like, it's just all been kind of sitting there. And you're really breaking through that, okay? And so this is where, you know, they're saying like, you can't blame someone else. A lot of times we want to blame, you know, like your partner or your parents or there's always someone else, you know, there's no one else keeping you here. You're the one keeping yourself here. And once you realize that like you're there for a reason, you can kind of like change your mind and then all of a sudden you're out of the tree, you know? So it's just really looking at how you're looking at things. Look at how you're looking at things. Dang, this is intense, y'all. I'm going to have a sip of coffee because I'm like, we're getting over some shit today. Seriously. I hope that, I mean, I want this to resonate, but I'm also like, this is pretty tough energy. So I don't necessarily want this to be your story, but I do think that we can all relate to this story, whether this is your message for you or for someone else who's watching. And always with everything, take what resonates and leave the rest. Like, don't try and force this onto your life if this is like, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I think for those of you who are meant to hear this message, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is just kind of like a big opportunity, a big process of really releasing and healing from all of that darkness. You know, this is just fear. You're basically just overcoming fear. And the more we can get in touch with our fear and just be honest with ourselves, then it's not so hard, you know? And, you know, it was so cool in my tarot trading class last week, which is just beautiful. That's coming to an end this Sunday, where it's our last class. But one of my students had this card next to the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles was presenting as her husband. And it came through in the reading that she was like, well, I think I keep thinking like my husband's going to come and cut me out of this tree. And she's like, I think that's what's causing some of the frustrations, because like I'm expecting him to come let me go. And I'm realizing that I'm the one that has to reframe that and let myself go. Like no one's going to come and take you off the tree. And I was like, that is so amazing to recognize that in a relationship. It's not his job to save you. It's not his job to, you know, change your circumstances. It's for you to take accountability for yourself and take self-awareness. I mean, this is really just about self-awareness, because he's finally realizing, shit, I'm upside down. Like shit ain't straight. You know, just recognizing that gets you out of the tree. Like, because otherwise you're just accepting whatever, you're just hanging there. You're not like, you're just kind of comfortable. Some of you guys, you just had to adapt to being uncomfortable and like accept, like there's some kind of thing, well, I just have to accept this kind of upside down feeling. I can relate to this, you know, but like, wow, wouldn't it be so much better if you didn't have to hang upside down anymore and you could just like get up and walk? Like, I love this. Some of you guys are overcoming or you're healing from like something that laid you up for a while. So this is a really, really powerful, powerful opportunity. And I really think it really is that light of self-awareness. It's just recognizing, hey, wait a second. I don't feel like I'm in my best, situation right now. I don't feel like I've kind of gotten used to this situation or this position, but I'm really kind of thinking maybe I don't need to hang out here anymore. And this attachment is what's keeping you there. The attachment is the belief that you can't do anything about it, that you have to accept it. So this is programming, okay? This is programming like dialed up, like on steroids, saying you can't do anything to change your circumstances. This is kind of like you made your bed, you lie in it. All that shit that we've been hearing for decades, like all that crap that they used to tell us as kids, like that is so fucked up, and it's not their fault. It just came through. That's why we're here to end this kind of nasty, like, energy and messages. It's really very much spiritual warfare too right now. I'm telling you, like, shit's gonna get real. Like, we just, all I can do is like be is like loving toward, there's that death card again. Let yourself change, okay? Like, let the change begin. Let the change occur. Just realizing that you're stuck in a tree is the first step. You can't get out of what you're in if you don't recognize that. Like, oh shit, I'm hanging upside down by a tree. Okay, like, what are we going to do about it, right? And then you can finally, like, it's not hard to do. You'll figure it out, But for some of you guys, it's just time to put down any kind of lingering resentments and just kind of like that dark energy, because there's some kind of an attachment there, to it. And you're starting to wake up and realize that. Yeah, the death card is like very powerful transformation. So, I just really encourage you guys to keep going. Like how I felt this morning. I'm like, oh my God, like, yeah, everything's just kind of all over the place. Like, nothing's making sense. I'm kind of like, what's going on? I feel a little bit like powerless, blah, blah, blah. Like, let those feelings surface and let them go. This is like, the death card is also the death of the ego, which is also the devil. The devil is your ego, it's kind of the same thing. So where is your ego keeping you stuck? Wow. Okay. Yeah, there was like truth bomb there. Where is your ego keeping you stuck? Well, it's time to let it go. And this is what's so fucking painful. That's why it hurts so much, because you're having to let go, like, your identity. Like, you've had this ego forever. Like, I'm this, I'm that. This is who I do. All your stuff, your stats, your accomplishments, your whole fucking thing. It's your identity you've built up. And some of you guys are really at a point where you're just like you're just like, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to become a new kind of person. I'm going to change my goddamn life. And you can. The sooner the better. You can do this now. Just recognize it. Like, how freeing this is? This is like really fucking good. It's heavy, it's not easy, and it's I get it. You got to transform a lot of dark shit, but once you do, you're fucking done. That's amazing. You healed, and you can heal. We can heal all of it. Judgment. There you go. Look at that beautiful judgment card. Like, just the call. This is the epitome of rebirth. This is all that dark energy, all the devil, all the death card, right? Like, you're coming up out of that, out of the coffins, out of the darkness, out of your shell, up and out. This is good. Up and out. I love that. This is good with that star card. Oh my God, like, amazing. Like, just let it come up. Let this change occur. Okay, like, keep feeling your way through it. Like, I'm getting this image of like a chimney, and like you have to clean out like the chimney, like all the soot has to kind of come up. But once you do, you can like light the fire, and it's beautiful. Like, but you have to kind of clean out some of that soot. So it's a really good time to clear out things. I mean, I always say that. I feel like a broken record, like get rid of some shit, purge, you know, time to get rid of the clutter, time to like, that's all, like, I swear that's like the first thing. Clean your environment. Absolutely. I'm going to pull an animal card to wrap up, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Wow, what a powerful, like, oh, I hope this made sense at least for you guys, whether that storyline resonated for you or not. I really just feel like, you know, the encouragement is there to keep going. Yeah, and just like let yourself heal, let yourself be like, that star card is like, this is like you, there's no force here, okay? Like they really want you to feel, and I get really excited and amped up, so I'm probably not helping you feel calm, but the calmness is the healing, the calmness, the assuredness. Okay, that King of Pentacles is like, we got this. You got this. Like keep revealing, you know, this is like that snake shedding its skin. Like it's such a good time for rebirth and renewal. We're in spring energy. That Judgment card is so good. That beautiful buffalo harness are very spiritual animals. And this is that lightning, you know, this is kind of like that bolt of truth, you know, and some of you guys just need to like really see the truth of things right now. That's the best thing for you to do, is just to be like, if you see it and you feel it and you know it, like just know that, you know, and like, you don't need to carry it. You just need to kind of like harness it, you know, and like move it through you. A really good time. That's why Kung Fu would be really good, because you can kind of move that energy or learn some kind of physical movement to get energy out of the way. Oh, that would feel incredible for you. I actually might do that myself. But just like trust the journey. I'm hearing like keep going, like don't give up. Like now that you've like, you're like nearing the end of like that shark, man, they're circling because they don't like it. Your ego is going to rise up heavily and mightily when you are heading in a good, positive, soulful direction. When you're having these breakthroughs, when the veils are lifting, when you're feeling lighter, when you're feeling more love, when you're feeling more joy, that's exactly when that shark, you know, pulls up. You know, they just, it's an inner critic. It's people who are toxic who kind of come around. It's a lot of that. And you got to be able to feel that. And I felt this last week, and I was like, don't put blood in the water. That's what I was saying. Like, don't give them anything to feed on. Any of you guys who are dealing with narcissists or people who have narcissistic tendencies, like gray rock it right the fuck now, because like you give them a little blood and then they think they're just going to come back. And we have to realize that, yeah, that vulture card, people will eat you alive. They will pick you apart. This is what I dealt with last week. I was like, I feel like I'm being picked apart. Like the vultures come in and they get every little last bit of your energy. You know what I mean? Whoa. Like I felt like that. I'm like, I feel like I'm just like being like, it wasn't fun, but I worked through it. I felt it. I acknowledged it. Like very hangman. It's like, okay, this doesn't feel good. Like let's just be aware of it. And like set up some boundaries. Yeah. And like, you're stronger than this. The horse is like, you're moving forward powerfully. Do not underestimate your power, your ability to manifest, your ability to create. Horses are about freedom and independence, and no shark is going to get to a horse. You know, I mean, when do you ever hear that? Like, I guess if they're on the beach, they could. No, a horse is like, I don't give a shit about a shark. You know, the horse is just, all they care about is like moving forward, freedom, beauty, strength, aliveness. Like, this is awesome. So don't sweat the shark. You know, if you give the shark attention, they're going to come back. So it's a good time to be like, sorry, I'm not available. Gone fishing. Honestly, boundaries are really important right now, because you're the zebra, right? Like, this is like, you're coming into your tribe. You're coming into people who are going to get you. Okay, this is so important. You've got the horse and the zebra, like really beautiful. Like, look at, these are also like two peas in a pod, I'm saying, like I'm hearing. So good time for partnerships, good time for people who are like, you're heading in the same direction. You really want to align yourself with other people who get you, who are similar to you, but maybe have different ways of seeing things. I love that both of their third eyes are lit up. So both highly intuitive, both highly creative, both passionate, but like the two coming together creates something really unique. So definitely be open to that. Also be open to yourself changing. Maybe you're going from a horse into a zebra phase, or maybe you've been the zebra and you've been kind of wild and crazy, and now you're like, now I'm taking action. I'm putting purpose behind this. And maybe the horse is just saying, I've been working too hard. I need to like be a little bit more creative. So however that plays out for you, I encourage both of these energies to kind of activate within you, being unique and being like very much yourself, and also putting that and moving it powerfully forward. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm so glad we got through that. I wasn't sure I was going to make it, but I was like, hair's going up in a bun. We're putting on the ring light. The ring light blew out, like everything, but I did it. I'm here. I am always here for you guys. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you want to connect on anything I've talked about today. FrontierTarot.com. And I will see you again soon. I'm going to be kind of maybe, moving around a little bit, but I am here, and I'll keep you updated. Got new classes starting, really cool experiences and events I'm lining up, another training sessions coming in. So I have a lot to share with you on that. And I will see you guys again really soon. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. Keep shining your light. Okay. I'll see you soon.